Hallelujah. Amen. Can
you put your hands together unto the Lord?
Yeah, mommy, also sharing Facebook.
Now, Madame was saying that she has been watching us on Facebook. And so I asked her who brought her to church.
And
she said she came here by herself. She came here by herself.
And so I
asked her why she came here. And I asked her whether she did not have any church she fellowships with.
And also Facebook.
And her answer was that she has been watching us regularly on Facebook. And she came to Ghana from abroad. So when she came to Ghana, she asked for the direction of the church, and she was directed to this place. And I asked her whether she came here alone.
And also the cousin and sister.
And she said she came here with her sister or cousin.
Oh, Facebook. Or say papa. Or say oti media check. Oti media achepa. And you share me Facebook no na. Mama also share me na day. Okay. Also oti media achepa no share me on Facebook no mu no. And when you GDA wo pa, not just a Facebook no GDA wo pa.
Now she said she's heard the name of the prophet many years ago, but it was when she watched him on Facebook Live that she had great faith in the man of God.
Madam,
I'm going to ask you something.
If I
ask her something in the presence of the men of God, and what I asked her was whether she had a disagreement or some quarrel or misunderstanding with somebody.
It doesn't make sense.
Now, when you ask somebody a question like this, it normally does not make sense.
Because
no matter how things happen, somebody would always have ought against another person.
At times,
and many times you ask such a question, the answer you often get is that, well, I don't know. I have nothing against anybody. I don't know if someone has something against me.
Ayana mi ready Jesus. When I
read about the story of Jesus and some of the acts of Jesus, I ask myself, why did Jesus do what he did?
And should be our Bethsaida.
Now there was a pool at Bethesda.
And
the pool was surrounded by many sick people, many impotent folks,
and
infirmed fellows. And you could find all manner of sicknesses, the blind, the lame, the dumb, the deaf, and many other sicknesses.
And
now that time, Jesus passed through that place. He passed through Bethesda. I don't know why he went through that place. But he went through that place. And then he stood by a sick person, a certain sick man. And he asked the sick man, do you want to be healed? Do you want to get well? Now, why would Jesus even ask that question? Because if that man did not wish to get well, he would not have been by the pool of Bethesda.
Now, Bible says, nsuo no so afi bi onya mesuma obofo no abehunu nsuo no entu a obeye ne ntama kotomu no wo yare ne tese de ebeko.
Now the Bible said that once every year God sends an angel to stir the waters, and the first person that will fall into the water after it has been stirred by the angel shall be healed of every infirmity.
Abranti obubuani watene nsuo no ho emfi aduasa nwotwe.
Now this lame man had been by the pool for 38 years.
Na Yesu duru ho no ma wo san busa ne se opese wo ho to wa na de na wo hwehwe wa ha.
But Jesus gets to the scene and he asked the man, "Do you want to get well? Why are you here?"
But
why just Jesus ask him that question? So why should I ask madam whether she has any issue or misunderstanding or disagreement? But I believe that on this earth everyone has ought against someone. And if you have nothing against anybody, at least you have something against certain evil spirits. You have something against which is your family. You have something against somebody who is envious of you or jealous of you. But Jesus asked that question for a reason. Now I am asking this woman whether she has some issue with someone, and it is for a reason I asked that question. But her response was that she's got nothing against anybody.
The same thing.
And she maintained her response even when the pastors asked her that question about 3 times.
But madam,
you have a big issue or big misunderstanding with someone, and I'm going to show you who it is. What is this woman to you?
I want to do a direct. One mother, one
father. She said she is her younger sister. Madam, have you been here before?
First time. No.
Is today your first time? She said yes.
Whose sister?
She said she came here and her sister brought her here. Some time ago, I used to live at St. Anthony's. Now, there was an occasion where about 4 honorable women came to my house in a car.
Now, when
I
was St. Anthony's,
when the people in my house allowed them access, gave them access to enter the house, they were taken to my hall.
Ebra me kokotena omunchi me fitia sese me no mo bonkomo ana me hu se omumu bia bag mayafi ehim mayafi de nkramofo ma no de kato omutri so na ma enan enmonyamfo nko ha. Now
I saw that in the bags of all the 4 women, they had something like a scarf or a cloth with which they cover their heads.
And there
was a gentleman with them.
Asembaya omo se omo nua bi very serious na doctor jene to hospital na doctor saya omo de na tukwa kwa brochire omo edom be bi omo nua no ho ntono na doctors declare omo nua no se baby ayare na duru no onya ayaresa ntonkonko.
The admission, the reason they came was that they said one of their siblings is seriously sick, has been on admission at the hospital, and they are not finding treatment of what sickness.
Now, in fact, wa phone ama ohenanim kra enikwa sa de eche no.
Now they could not treat that person, and they brought they had come there because of that sibling, and the state of that person was very critical. Very, very critical.
Me hear omo ni ani din na me hear omo. E ho ape na Awurade bie mani. E na me hu biribi. E na me ka kire omo se. Munua na mo se doctor declare and say obewu no ono onyangui na emom wo mami a ho fefefe ya o color o skin te say unipadua no ade da yie pa wo na wo twemienu nto wo bewu na oni a we ti ase.
So I said to them that this person whom we have brought that is very sick, in fact in a critical condition, that looks like it's going to die very soon, will not die, but rather you, I said to one of them that you will not live beyond 2 weeks.
In fact, me kasa no me am show mani mu no anya omo.
Now when I said that, I noticed from the expression on their faces that they were not happy.
And I'm a bomb pie ma.
So I prayed for them.
And I'm saying be and nebiachi omo samre omo bom fa anointing on yemra na me kire omo pa be obi mbebo me cancer.
So I said to them, I asked them to go and come another day, and on that day when they are coming, I asked them to bring bottles of anointing oil so that I will show them what they will do.
Afemi ofia no masa di so abafie.
I was in the house
about 4 days time.
About 4 days time, they came back in tears.
Omo baya omo nuana me ka say enche obewu no wawu.
Now this time when they came, what they told me was that the person that I prophesied to 4 days ago that will die in not more than 2 weeks is dead.
Omo nuana doctor said declare no ne ho aye ne den.
And in fact, that person that doctors have declared that she will not live has recovered.
Sa woman bia those days no ta the Land Cruiser be park wa ha. No ba be siesie asoro dem ha. Na otimi to flower pot. No de abesisi ha obata mo bia ni ha. Menim sa sofo mo hye ne nso a. Sa wonim sa woman no wonderful. Ofra brochire ba no obafie wo ye Muslim. Na maame ni siesie asoro dem ha nom sa. Te say every week no ba be biribi wa ha. Every week no the aforobody abrami ofie continuously.
Now this woman
recently I'm saying so two kwan da bro kwa bruchu akotena bruchiri. Good.
This woman would often come to church and buy, let's say, flower pots or something decorative to decorate this place, and from time to time would come to my house with an offering, even though she was a Muslim.
Good. No, I say no MP. Or NDC near or MP.
Unbeknown to me, she was a member of parliament. I didn't know that. So the woman was shocked, and her family who were with her were also shocked.
The Bible said, the
Bible said that a carnal man cannot understand spiritual things.
Doctor said declare no mama ba. Family about odifu.
So how is it that a family comes before a prophet?
Near what problem no odifu and kind of problem. Near no you okay now why you fit. Just say me can crowd also so for me crowd me no be am yare o me mentan yare mpo also yare ya crowd on kind bre. Now because no mom bewu ama no yare a doctor said declare no onu mom betena se. Sa asem wey okra honam onte waseta.
Now the person whose problem was apparently sick. You don't say anything, the prophet does not say anything about that person, but rather says to that person who was apparently fit as a fiddle, says to that person that you are rather going to die in not more than 2 weeks, and the person dies. And this person who was sick recovers. Madam, you did not come here by yourself. It was God that brought you here today.
Why are lucky so bad?
Madam, you are so fortunate. You are very lucky that you came here today.
Say a honamua. Now,
as far as what meets the eye, I can see that Madam sitting on her left walks with a walking aid, but the Madam sitting on her right walks without a walking stick. Madam, how are you doing? Please try that. She said she's okay by the grace of. Madam, what about you? She said she is fine. However, it's about 3 years ago, she's not been feeling very okay health-wise.
Because at times, stroke be why are there 9 years? What you good. Unya spinal problem. No quarantine na okuta pomain. Na just say here wo yare mu ohye chen unua idie. Papa. Na just say ya do yare no compare unua de na nsen na aso se aso feel comfortable ni nipadiem. Ba wo de wo yare mfie nkono. Na just say wo de ugina wo wuo nkwanta no ano pe. Ba unua de nko wo nkom no hwa. But muntie me.
Now, she's saying that she's been sick for about 9 years. She had a spinal problem, and so she's been sick for about 9 years. So it appears that she is more sick than her sister.
But
madam, I want to say to you that not so long from now, you are going to depart from the face of the earth. But for God's intervention. So the story I told about the Muslims that came to my house is the same scenario and the same analogy that refers to you. So you are going to die very soon, not so long from now. And you are going to pre-disease your sister. So it's a lot that brought you here. I'm going to say the revelation has been revealed to me, nothing more, nothing less.
So the
truth is that in not more than 2 weeks, you will die. But your sister is not dying anytime soon. And she would have attended your burial or your funeral and would have shed tears.
But
God, whose habitation is heaven, says that he will not allow anything like this to happen.
Why would something like this happen? Now, these are the reasons. But
it appears that some of these things, we hear it every time. We hear it every time when we come to church. But even though we hear these things every time and they appear to be similar, the root of the cause of each one's problem is different. Now you may randomly sample 10 people who have been diagnosed of cancer, but each of them have a root cause to the cancer. But now a demon may afflict about 10 people with one problem, but the means through which he would inflict that problem will be different. It will not be one and the same. Some years ago, or in the days of old, madam, now there is a relative in your family that acquired some idols or some charms and brought them into the family. Now, they entertained that idol or that charm in the family, and they celebrated it, and they cheered it up, and they performed rituals that were necessary and imperative for them to do, and they put that spirit in charge over the family. And the family responded to the instructions of the spirit. Now it came to pass that in the process of time, the person who introduced that charm or that spirit or idol into the family joined his ancestors. Died. Now,
thank you.
Now, those who were alive, who were supposed to take care of the idol and minister to it, they despised the idol and relegated it. They did not attend to it as they were required to do.
Now the
spirit has decided to step into the family with great fury, and it has started. And the cause of the spirit is that why has the family given up on it, forsaken it? Because of this, it is going to meter out punishment to the family. For this reason, it has convened a meeting with the family in the realm of the spirit. And they have said emphatically, they have pleaded with the spirit that they would want to appease it and part ways with it by offering a sacrificial lamb unto it. And so the sacrificial lamb which will be offered to the spirit, the sacrifice is going to start in this year. Now, after 4 years, another one will depart. Now, after that period, the spirit is going to part ways entirely or completely with the family. It's going to part ways completely with the family. Now, this consequence is targeted on your mother's children or people from your mother's lineage. Because it is one of the forefathers or the fathers of your mother that introduced that charm and idol into the family. Now this is what's going to happen. Now, whose life will be taken in the first instance, and whose life will be taken 4 years from then? Now I saw heaven open, and I saw an angel of the Lord that descended from heaven and came to me. I saw that myself and the angel, we entered the pillar of cloud. Now when we entered into the pillar of cloud, I saw we got to a place. At the place where we reached, I saw certain spirits. Now I saw this lady who had been held bound and fettered like an ewe, a sheep. But her face had she maintained her face, but her form was like an ewe, a sheep. Then I saw a spirit that stood upright like a human being, but its face was like a crocodile's face. Its appearance was like a crocodile. I saw that spirit took 4 steps, and after the 4 steps, I saw the spirit held this lady also bound. Now I saw another spirit whose appearance was like a serpent, but had the face of a human being. I saw that spirit came out from some water body, and I saw that it began to swallow this woman up. Na namon kosi anamo anam eyemfie baako, anamo kosi anamo anam eyemfie mienu, anamo kosi anamo foforo anam mfie miensa, anamo kosi anamo etwato anam mfie nan. Na kire se
Sa honhom na omene ye nue no. Wa mena wie. Now I
saw that after that spirit, that serpentine spirit swallowed this woman, I saw that it began to take steps. Each step it took represented a year. So it took 4 steps, and after taking 4 steps, I saw that that same spirit swallowed this woman too.
Now erade ohom ka kire me se enu ntina adebo nyina wura waba na wasoma no obofo ne se omra me nchen na o mabie mani na menhunu na opeso odo oje ma afenai na odo oje ma afenai nsoso.
Now the Lord said to me that it is for this cause or to this end that the creator of the universe sent his angel to come to me to open my eyes so that I'll have this revelation, and through it he will deliver this woman and deliver her sister too.
Na me hu sa me ne angel no baby a yegina a ho ya bia no na me hu no sunsuma na nim te so odenchem na ogina so te so nipa no me hu so no so atweneti aso otete baby na otweneti e ba be hwe eja yegina ho no na ohwe no wantimi ahwe biem na mo so ode ntiamu adwane.
Now I saw that while myself and the angel were still standing at that place and watching what was happening, I saw that demon that had human features but whose face was like a crocodile stretch out his neck to see that fire that had just appeared. I saw that it just took a glance, watched it once and couldn't watch us again, and I saw that it vanished with a shout.
Na me share na me huni say angel no a strike spirit na otese wo na wo mene yenua bai no na ono so de ntiamu yirai na me hu so nyame angel no sane yenua bai afiri nchichirebu na osane no mete sa o kase mfie na inuru obesa besa no so na de mentia se ne se wan sano ehwa anka ho ehwa na kire madwene kakra.
Now I saw the angel struck that serpentine spirit, and I saw that demon vanish with a shout. And I heard the angel say that before the next 4 years, it will come again to deliver this woman too. But what baffles my mind is that why the demon did not set this woman loose instantly. It baffles my mind.
Na yenua bai de osi mfie na enuru obeba abesana no no wansane no hwa ehho no mementia.
So it beats my mind why the angel of the Lord came to deliver this woman and said that before next 4 years I will come back and deliver this woman, but the angel did not deliver her at once or instantly. I don't get it.
Eno na me ne onyankopon angel no ye ba ye gina bia.
So
honam tiasefo asase so e wa so dem hai ena me busa no se adentina wa me amfa baako na amba ena o ka kire me se bribi o hono ma wo se baako no ye na onye na oye wi a obeba ba beje no.
Now
ba me mom de maka kire onyame bofo no se o ma me huru ne o se ma mi ye na me nka kire no na onya ne ntam ansana. And obefri potem hanomako ofri potem hanomako eye simple.
Now when the angel
can say see akra na me kotra makonya ma o office on ma o ma me hunu na me nkan kire because me gidi pass obeye na me kan wa anya de a it's up to you.
Now when the angel and myself returned and we came to the human realm and we came to this auditorium, I was asking the angel, why did you not deliver this woman at once? And the angel said to me that there is something that she must do. And when she is able to do that thing, then he would come and deliver her. Now I was asking the angel, what is it? Why don't you tell me now so that I'll let her know what it is that she ought to do, so that even if you not tell me now, when I go to my office, at least let me know so I'll tell her, and if she has to do it instantly, she will do it instantly.
Yesie owufuo e wo fie anase yesie owufuo e wo cemetery.
Now do we bury a dead person in a house, or we buried a dead person at a cemetery? Why should a dead person be buried in a house? Have you thought about it? Do you know what is happening? So how is it that we have a cemetery, a place reserved to bury the dead, But you don't bury the dead there, you decide to bury the dead in a house. Now, when you see me at my office, I will say something to you which I will not let everybody know. Now, you said you came to Ghana from abroad, right? What about you, madam? Now, she said they both came to Ghana from abroad. It means that you don't live in Ghana, right? They said yes. Which part?
UK.
She said they live at UK.
Italy for share woman. As she will be our own. Wonderful. Etimame.
So, madam, it's very good you came here today. You did not come here with your own will, out of your own will.
I'm travel back Ghana Kromha. Behwe so for Owusu Bempah no deep for Owusu Bempah and no Nyankopon akoa. In fact, now
what's very important for you, which you have done, was to come to Ghana to search for Prophet Owusu Bempah. It is the most important thing you have done in your life. Madam, do you know the history of your family or the record of your family? Now, when I called this woman at first, I had a conversation with her. I asked her questions about her marriage and other allied issues.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. But that's
not the focus of the prophecy. That's not the reason I've called you. Madam, I have a question I want to ask. Do you know your family roots?
Mami, munchi. Mo background. Munchi. Kwame danso. Ozo mu free kwame danso. Atebubu kwame danso. Atebubu dia me mateda, wo so ateda. Atebubu e popular na kwame danso de amianim ne me nteda.
Now she said they come from a place called Kwame Danso at Atebubu.
Na me pa cho monya ntie bi dade se na bosom bi wo mabusu.
Have you ever heard or been told that there used to be an idol in your family? They said yes. Now who told you of the history of that idol?
Mama, me pa cho una e pani ana. Ena okay, nti yama pani ana wo mo ni more than pani ana pani ni. Me pa cho o ma me kan say na kire.
Now what did your mother say?
O ma me kan say
no ya ba ya. Ena ne papa ni ko krachi. Nti o mo ko no mo ko tu busu no bai. Sana me an ko
na tesa o ma me o papa e fa no de ne ko krachi. Ena o mo ko tu busu nsuman e de ba abusua no. Na tesa o ma me papa ne ko tu baaye.
Now she said that her mother told her that she was a young girl when her father took her to Krachi. It was in Krachi that they acquired that idol, or they got that idol and brought it back to the family.
Na mama say bosom no, why na e kom no.
Now who is the steward of that idol? Today. She said she does not know the whereabouts of that idol. She said she knows that that idol is still at their hometown, but she does not know the priest or the priestess or the steward sitting by.
Your friend bosom no brakune. Ba mu nim nia osom no. Na still mabusuafo no da sosom. Ana o majai.
Are you aware whether your family still?
Okay, o ma me ewu ya no pe no oba na waka a o free. Sa brakune na se ho no. Okay. Na mo kwa sorry. No me Roman for.
Tino mo fe ho kwa boso.
Tino mo fo mo ho kwa boso ho.
Ba ma me ka kire yen se ono wo papa ene ko krache ko fa.
Ene ko fa boso no ba.
Brakune ne ba.
Na tese mo ma me di mu akotene. Enu ntina nsuma na ekọ no a. Woni abusua hia ma ya meeting ni kro. Ahohoma hia ya meeting a. Akoba se ne ma me ne yefunu mu ma ne yemfa nya boso no kwan nsuma ne kwan. San se So one waja ne be fa me bai me kwade ne mu nsum machi e ate said ya waware oba na wuja no sum nachi ja no kwan ye enti mu ne adi mu ja kwan.
Now it is for this reason that the Spirit has decided that it is going to take lives which are from your mother's loins to as a sacrifice of appeasement to part ways with the family.
Me pamocho mo be ko abrochire back da ben.
When are you returning to UK, please?
Na men cancel bi nchirem. Na mo ba me office dey be din komo pa. Da ben na mo be ko October. Na just one more how many months?
August, September, October, about 2 months.
Me person me cancel bi. Na mama get me wrong.
Now I'm going to say something. Please don't get me wrong. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying.
Mon hihye e bi mpa enka mo plans ho.
I don't know what your plans are. Perhaps what I'm going to say is not one of your plans.
Sunsumu niema. Eba hunamu a eye soronko.
But you see, when spiritual things materialize,
me pamocho mechire mo mpaebo bi a mo bebo biribi antimi nya oda e na so hwe nya wo na wonim.
I'm going to give you a direction or a prayer to pray, or a direction to pray. Nothing will happen to you and nothing will happen to you either. But
mesre mo se ba mo ba hai ana ba ma ba Ghana hai mamunko mo maami krom enko mo maami abusua fie. No,
but what I'm going to ask you
not
to do is that as you have come to Ghana, don't go to your mother's hometown or your mother's family house. Don't go there. Be sure you do not go there.
Sunsumbi ati akonya te se ebo so ne tibia ne bibia te se sabi muni mo maami a waka ne na ato so ono ana obekasa finally na semunim na semukọ ho a biribi besi ahofe mu refie ho no mo a enam yenu pepepepepe obekọ off na wotwe mienu nto sanse o maami sunsun eni asamado ewo abusua fie o maami sunsun ewo fie ho. Now,
the reason I'm saying that to you is that at your mother's family house, there is a spirit whose appearance is like your mother, sitting on a stool made of stone. It is that spirit and has crossed her leg. It is that spirit that has the final say in this matter. And so if you go there, in no more than 2 days after you have gone there, you are going to go into coma. And in no more than 2 weeks, you will die. Because your mother's spirit is not at a cemetery, it is in the house.
Ankadia bi anesiho, ankadia orange tree, ankadia bi anesiho. E wan ankadia ne nchen pe. E ho na akonya bisi. Obi ti sa o maami aka ne na ato so.
Now
omu twa ankadia ne to twene, ansa na nsieye bi eye adwuma e wo sunsun.
Now there was an orange tree in that house. And I saw that the stool was right beside the place where the orange tree used to be. Now they cut down that orange tree before they buried somebody in the place where the orange tree was.
Enunti se eba se mo beko hompo da achia because ntimi nkoba se mo ya busua na mo betu mo busua sawram na mo visit mo family da. Na meka semwe na montro mfanto na mure mfida de bia baba se bribi besi na mbaba Ghana kra mo beko abusua fie ho no monto anka emfankuta asemo no manka keke na mawura fie se bani sa bribia ntimi nyamo.
Now it cannot be that you will never go back to your mother's family house again, because you are still a member of that, or you are still members of that family. So sometime in the future, if it so happens that you must go to your mother's family house, this is what you must do. Anytime you are going there or you are entering that house, buy oranges, as if you are eating the oranges for nothing, but it is the direction. Just buy oranges and eat as you enter the house. Now, how long ago did your mother die?
How
long ago?
28, 29 years.
They said about 28 to 29 years ago.
Mama mi wu yo hen.
Where did your mother die at?
Oh, you krom ho.
They said, or she said, she died.
Mframa.
Mframa.
Mframa, yeah.
Na musie maame no e wo hen fa.
She said she died at her village called Mframa.
Em say maame nim.
Omusie no awus na busia fie. Yamfana nkwa sie.
Mo ansie mo maame wasie ye. Aya no kre. Musie maame no we abusia fie. Ti mo ansie no wasie ye.
Davi.
Now they are saying that their mother was not buried at the cemetery. Their mother was buried at their family house.
But some wouldn't anything about Anka.
But you don't know anything about orange or oranges, right? They said no, they don't.
Anka diabi. Na esifie ho.
There used to be an orange tree in that house. And because they were going to bury your mother, before they buried your mother, they had to cut down that orange tree to get space so that they could bury your mother there. And after that, they cemented the floor. But that is deep. I'll tell you the history of it another time.
Sure. Now
that woman who was buried in that house bring several matters for discussion. It is for that reason that I'm telling you that you must not go to that family house in a time like this.
Jesus, Obompaya ma yare ni bi deliver no o cast sunsun boni firi yare ni bi Obompaya ma ne ho toro Yesu ka kire ne se mo onko ne krom mo onko na busuafie biem
I often say
na abrante ne se ne awurade ma me mra medi wachi Yesu said abi me medi machi ba me nko krom enko ofie enko busuafie Yesu mpo and deliver obia oh how aka kire se mo onko na busuafie and then we are different now can be so because now person tete abusuan tell me pa cho ma wonkwan sumbo.
I often say this about Jesus, that Jesus prayed for somebody and cast demons out from that person, and Jesus sternly said to that person that don't go back amongst your kindred. The man said that, Jesus, if you don't want me to go back to my kindred, why don't I come to follow? Jesus said no. In this day, when he says something like that to somebody, they will say that a prophet is causing confusion or bringing confusion into a family. But let your life be more valuable to you.
Now, who angel be a or the mununkum and conson. Make us say, no, now,
I've seen an angel who is making something like chains.
It's a cage.
Or a cage.
Conson. And that chain crash your key.
Chains or like a cage with a cloud, and as I was speaking, the angel was still making that cage, and the angel has finished making the cage.
Now,
I looked and I saw.
Now I
saw that spirit that was sitting on the stool made of stone. I saw that the angel held that spirit and put that spirit into the cage.
Not just say a home ne ko akwa say a home na onyame e ma na bofo do mu share bottomless pit no ana oh my god
the angel threw that cage away into something like an abyss.
Na ma who say angel ya sesi odu oja.
Now that same angel, I see that this angel is making another cage, but this time with fire. Now the cage was made in a cylindrical form, but there was nothing covering both ends. I saw that the angel covered you with that cage. And the Lord said to me that he has released his protection upon this woman. But what about this woman?
Why?
The Lord's going to do it. Amen. God is going to intervene. Just relax. God's going to intervene. God is going to intervene.
So for mommy oil.
Madam, are you fine?
I
asked this woman whether she's been here before. She said today.
And I
I asked her which church
Pentecost.
she fellowships at, and she said Pentecost.
And I
asked her why she did not attend her church, but she decided to come here. And she said she only felt strongly to come here today. She said she had a very strong feeling to join us today. I believe you are very fine, aren't you? She said yes, by the grace of God, she's fine. Where's your husband? She said she does not have a husband. Right, what about your children? She said yes, her children are there. You've never been here before, right? She said yes.
And I know first time.
Today is your first time. She said yes.
Do you know
Nkoko?
And I
She said yes. Have you heard in Nkoko before? She said that's where she lived, or she used to live. Did you live there for a very long time? She said she lived there for a very long time. Have you gone to Obo before? She said yes.
What did he Obomida?
Have you ever eaten
what did he
in a certain house at Obomi before?
And now
Or you can't remember?
what did you order?
She said yes. Whose house was it? She said it was their family house, at their family house.
And I know first time about
Is today your first time, or you've been coming here? She said today is her first time. Madam, do you know something? Now, believe what I'm saying.
And no Christian said you win him.
It is truer than what you know. I do not know you.
But unchipa free obo.
But your
roots. Specifically obo.
Now, the roots of your family is Obo. If you have been told of any other place that is where you come from, your family settled there because of marriage. But specifically, the cradle of your family is Obo. Where do you come from?
Me papa fi akwesi mu, but me maame papa fi bomi. Nti me di akoni aba wo ho nyina. But me na na ba ne efi fete, gomu afete. So edro ne etena.
So if you heard what she said, that where she knows she comes from, she didn't even mention Obo. She mentioned in Nkoko and Oboming and Gomua Fete.
Oboming. And also free.
I say Ofri in Nkoko and
Oboming. And Oboming. And I'm say Ofri Obo. Thank you. Not just what did you Oboming.
So yes, she has eaten in a certain house at Oboming, but she comes from Obo. Now let me teach you something. Let me show you something. It is very good you came here today.
Mama Sewa,
do you hear from Mama Sewa? Good. She said yes.
Unimbiribi. Now what you are yasimu. Bribesi who bedru.
Now
Bribesi. I know they are normal because they are maybe kind of
now something will happen in this week.
But Sansonet.
It will shock you. It is not a normal thing, it is abnormal. What I'm going to tell you, you are not likely to believe what I'm going to say.
Minim distance. I can't tell.
Now I don't know the distance between you and these people, but it would have happened and would have shocked you.
Now something
will happen to or about Mami Sewa in Tema. And you receive a message or an invitation to come immediately.
Now
what will happen? It's quite reproachful. It's very likely it can bring reproach on the person. So if you want to know the detail, when you meet me at my office, I'll tell you.
Anna, I was say. Saafo no kura bibisi a ewo se wo kura wudin ba mi afrew won se saa but nke besi na ya maami eda a eye da no eye ya wada no obekọ na oba o medu.
Now so it would have so happened
serious accident o medu.
It would have so happened that on that day she would have received that invitation on Thursday, so she would have gone to the place, and while she is returning, she will not return alive. On the motorway, she would be involved in a serious accident and she would have died.
Maybe you are confused.
But maybe you are confused.
But confused.
But don't be confused.
Do
you know somebody called Mami Sewa? What is she to you?
Penny.
Sister Penny.
She said, Mami Sewa
is
her elder sister.
Good. Where
is she now?
Star oil, Kasua, Oko.
Star oil, Kasua, I want him for side.
Where does she live?
Why not?
Star oil.
Star oil,
I'm sure Star oil, no here for no. Malcolm. Not just a Kumasi Road, no.
Central Region Road.
Kasua, how?
That's what we say.
Kasua waha. Enti Malcolm. Ehona Mami Sewa noti.
She said Mami Sewa.
What just SCC side ho?
Stays on or lives on the Kasua Road.
What about you? Domi. Na unim tema.
Now she said she lives at Domi.
Baako ben na wo tema.
Which one is at Tema?
Owusu a maami bi wo tema. Na link ben na wo Owusu a no ene Sewa ne ntem.
Now what is the link between Owusu and Sewa?
Ana no de wontimi nkyere.
Means but therefore this na Mrs. Sewa ne frɛ me say temani na frɛ na keka nsɛm bi ma onte asie.
Now she said about 4 days ago.
Me tunufu say ontwa so na nya hwe ye nyina ya nuano.
Na cheso Owusu a na frɛ Sewa no. Ana Sewa ne mom na frɛ Owusu ana Owusu a ne maame.
Owusu a ne maame.
Ana frɛ wo sister Sewa na ono wo ayi Kasua no. Na cheso ofrɛ ni free tema.
On friend no kra o I say atesem no wate.
Atesem no wate.
Say
temani ni men kansem kro. Atesem a wate.
Na ono bɔ me mama ne.
Ono bɔ wa mane.
Na me medwudwu na koma se. Omu nie ntwa so ne ye nuano.
Good. Enti se wuti asem yi a na kyesa koba se nea ono wo Kasua ho no asem ekosunti okɔ tema ho na biribi kosi na yefra wa wo so be kɔ tema ho because of Sewa anti enu Owusu a binti.
Now she said 4 days ago her sister Mami Sewa, who lives on the Kasua Road, called her and said to her that one of their sisters at Tema has said something, and she was trying to console her or tell her to forget about the misunderstanding that is brewing between them. Good. Now what it means is that something would happen. Your sister who lives at Kasua would go to the one who lives at Tema, and if that thing happens, they will also call you and you also go to Tema. Now, if you remember, while we were coming up, I said something to you. I don't know if you remember. Now, if you remember, I asked you, where is Owusu? And do you hear from Owusu? Do you remember? She said yes. Put your hands together for Jesus.
But
when you meet me at my office, I'm going to say something to you.
Now,
now what it means is that something
different thing.
Now, what it means, something is going to happen. Maybe
a different thing. But said ye biara sewa ebekotema ama wo ho abeba sembim ama ya frew ama wakoho saa na beye ugidi owunyini o saa na beye.
Now what it means is that something is going to happen. It may not be what she's saying, it may be something else which is yet to unfold, but the fact is that something will happen. Sewa would go to Tema, your name will be mentioned, so it will become imperative on you to also go to Tema.
Not just say, Utia Yunia Bayasma can say, yeah. Not just say, Owusu mami afrese webi.
So from what she's saying from her account, Owusu's mother has said something about Sewa, and Sewa has called this lady and complained to her, and this lady is trying to calm her nerves, calm Sewa's nerves. I'm sure everybody heard what she said when she spoke.
Madam,
if you're going to listen to what I'm going to say.
Demons
now demons are evil. Demons are evil.
No different issue bia ebema befa saa kwan no so na saa kwan no bribi koso
now
motorway no so this week bribi koso link it to ayi biponum ho saa bipono baby a moti agu no bribi koso na wo ba me office ahu me no bedi nkomo meka akonya bi ho asema kire wo a wo na bia no ote akonya no so asesei obi ante so no okọ asiedu obi atra so seden o eniama ngonwona bi me no bedi nkomo.
Now, demons are very evil. What they can do is that they can orchestrate another means, and for another reason, you may have to go to Tema or use the motorway. But something is happening on the motorway this week, and it relates to the mountainous areas. It relates to that thing.
But me no bedding come over here. No one can say who say you can say offer Tema road.
And by the time I finish having this conversation with you, you would notice, you would know within yourself that this week you must not move on the Tema road. Maybe you don't have any agenda at Tema or on the Tema road. Maybe you don't have any reason to use the Tema road this week, but something would happen this week.
Say Owusu say issues.
Whether the issue is related to Owusu and Sewa, something would definitely happen this week, and you would need to move to Tema. But blessed be God that He has intervened in the affairs of your life. Now, when you come to my office, I'll tell you the reason a man cannot live together with you happily ever after. And I'll tell you the reason things are rough in your life. And I'll give you a prayer direction. And if you will hearken to the instruction I'll give you, you will know that God brought you here today for a purpose. God spoke to me and said that He has ministered deliverance to you. But certain steps you are going to take would establish the deliverance He has released or unleashed upon you. Church, let's stretch our hand toward these women. I'm going to ask you to clap your hands and pray. That any impediment in the way of her deliverance, may God release His mercies on her. I'm going to ask you to clap your hands and pray. before her, before they
Manu tumika Misidena mata Minyamiasi Wana dumbebe Nami tumi famanu Eyi waye Inti erati Mini pedi Mini babo furia Maupa mi enaupo Awerati Yetawasi Semirenya waya Manu tumika Misidena mata Minyamiasi Awana dumbebe Na bitumi famanu Eyi waye Enti erati Mini pede Mini bebo foya Mau mi enya uko Au erati Yeta Okraemu Da 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 Hey Wanji bibia Tumyehu Mabroyo Erati Yeta Okraemu
It is what it is.
And one and I may expect to say free.
That was what I was expecting to hear from you.
Not just saying, baby,
and certainly, a meeting would have been convened because of this issue.
Hi, if you are seeing, what's up for what you say? Members will be until their course who anymore how it won't say
very consistent with in commissioner washing saying someone who can same thing and all confirming for sure. Same
Mammy unime Mammy office da my count problem be answer me that my had that now didn't and one class.
So why did you not go to your church today? She said she's surprised.
What's he saying?
Papa, me shano YouTube who are ni preaching. Then be am see me but and then the minimum deporting can.
Also she's been YouTube no money YouTube.
She said she's been watching.
Me says YouTube no or Francis how.
She's been watching on YouTube and listening to the man of God's messages.
Me bottle order don't net there meba.
So she doesn't know. She doesn't know what happened, but she had a strong feeling when she woke up that as for today, I would visit the man of God at his church.
Okay. Mama menti bibi kakra ho nkyerem. According to Yemia Bay, and I hu hia say e yabusua asem tie hu hia because a life to we the mama me nyai. Kamuti bia serious Sophia tena ka be hu say in fact a serious. That is a say tibia ankateman koye no de life. Life. Ontimi nka so onko. Ba o mis ko be kwa koshia kosi akonya. Konsem na abobo aba abusua na ekoso no wo say aha ebuafu na haso buafu na bede ne ebehu no kura dise ekotena siansa. This is serious. Hey, not just say a mate. So for a moment fancy here. I won't pass all would you mehiam because all the no enyam paibo. What's a mature the obey no casa. Now you said you're better true. And Wawari Sam so make because me says here I me busao and I'm a boy. Now so oni ekunu by Nikuna Sabanisa. Inti ano so mature the obey ya sao how no be free ho. Now so enya bema no wawari wo. San say Yesu ana nyame ana obade wa anya wo saa. E fie na ayo saa na wo fie so ha hye. Wo busua mu e ho den se to.
Now your issue does not require much prayer. You need counseling and you just need to be cautious. All right, but issues relating to your marriage, I will show you what you ought to do.
And as our office, I me.
And when it comes to my office, remind me to tell you something about certain stools in your family, chieftaincy. Have you heard about chieftaincy matters in your family before? She said yes. She's heard it many times. A lot of people have said it to her. So when you come to my office, remind me, and I'll tell you something about it, and I'll show you what to do.
This week,
I will not allow her to go to Tema this week.
Uncle, Nyamishrao,
God bless you. You can return to your
seat. Yamami, say upon Mr. Mehiamo, our my office. Na minimum we are uncle, a Bempah bed 10 minutes. I'm my son wako. Mobile brochure October. Next week Sunday, about tomorrow, Accra.
What would you be next week Sunday?
Kumasi. Okay. Sir, Namoko Kumasi. Sir Sunday be about tomorrow. Sanamako. Good.
But it's very likely you'll return to Accra before you go back to UK.
Now what you will Kramoko Kumasi Namo and Timiamaha. Momo Diama me whom Sunday be. Na me hadi. By Naminu Bedin Como. Never said me who said on Saka. Near Wunia Bay Sakano and Sana Waka Bruchri. You know how it is? Me too, I know how it is. Me too, I know how it is. But I won't say it in publicly or in public. Don't say it. Meaning more than said you didn't look but mamma, Yanka master for Nente. And I your Facebook a secret. Yanka. And I off area. And then come you jump by Yanka. Oh, but him. Sir, a yana say, Crophobia so a fool. Na sofo. Tis all say now we're fool, come pa. Na guardian be so come pa. Na we're fool no guardian. Na Nina won't have so come. Guardian Bempah was him, a force of Bempah was him. Intino, a word to a wise is enough. See you. Bye bye. I feel also Bonsama Jesus. Now, on your mission, and your poem, my office. Why?
Now, those of you coming, please be fast. And be mindful when you are descending the stairs. Steps.
Monso, Yamami Boko. Why? Kakra. Afei, Mobia many muhabi, why?
Papa Primo, yes, many dance on you, and then you miss some. Papa Primo, I don't fool Primo. Yet brewo, hey, many dance on you, and I miss Sunday. Oh, pay me a semi, now it's you. We was so full, sure, and they want to me. I'm mama so.
Yes, Mammy, or Simintino free US about.
I'm told that this woman came from US to Ghana because of me.
Bonsember Rade.
Together for the Lord.
I'm
I'm sure it's not because of me, it is because of the Lord.
Me see upon my office.
But I've told her to see me at my
Or
office.
best I go flew plane. I drew US. No, a different person.
But by the time she goes back to the USA, she'll be a
Hallelujah.
different person.
Let me show. Namishamo ate. Namishamo. Share. Unim. Mama me nyadi bi na yenya na
Now,
yampon
let me
sisia.
do something before we
Afa so obi
close.
ba me ni ma on twan ansa.
If somebody wants to come, please wait.
Hold on answer.
Wait,
Me
don't
pa
come
cho
now.
utie. Bible say
Now the Bible says